ਅਮਰੀਕੀ ਰਾਸ਼ਟਰਪਤੀ ਜੋ ਬਾਈਡਨ ਨੇ ਡੋਨਲਡ ਟਰੰਪ ਦੀ ਚੋਣ ਮੁਹਿੰਮ ਤੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹਥਿਆਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਨਾਲ ਜਮਹੂਰੀਅਤ ਨੂੰ ਤਬਾਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ, ਪਰ ਇਹ ਉਦੋਂ ਹੀ ਤਬਾਹ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ ਲੋਕ ਚੁੱਪ ਰਹਿਣ ਅਤੇ ਚੁਣੌਤੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਮਜ਼ਬੂਤੀ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਹਮਣਾ ਨਾ ਕਰਨ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਬਹੁਤ ਖਤਰਨਾਕ ਵਾਪਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਤੰਤਰ ਨੂੰ ਗੰਭੀਰ ਖਤਰਾ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ।
I sat down, it was in January, after being elected, the late January, early February, and it was in England. And I sat down, I said, America's back. And Macron looked at me and he said, Mr. President, for how long? For how long? And then the Chancellor of Germany said, Mr. President, what would you think if you pick up the paper tomorrow, the London Times, and it said 1,000 people broke down the doors of Parliament, marched and killed 2 bobbies in order to overthrow an election of the new Prime Minister? What would you think then? What would America think? What would we think? The leading nation in the world, having gone through what we went through. And many of you travel internationally. Many of you know people around the world. I'd be surprised if you heard anything different than a concern about, are we okay? Is the democracy going to be sustained? For that institutional damage, we see distrust and division among our own people. I'm here to tell you, we lose these institutions of our government at our own peril. And I've always been clear, democracy is not a partisan issue. It's an American issue. I've come to honor the McCain Institute and Library because they are a home of a proud Republican who put his country first. Our commitment should be no less, because democracy should unite all Americans, regardless of political affiliation. And there's something dangerous happening in America now. There's an extremist movement that does not share the basic beliefs in our democracy. The MAGA movement. Not every Republican, not even a majority of Republicans adhere to the MAGA extremist ideology. I know because I've been able to work with Republicans my whole career. But there's no question that today's Republican Party is driven and intimidated by MAGA Republican extremists. Their extreme agenda, if carried out, would fundamentally alter the institutions of American democracy as we know it. My friends, they're not hiding their attacks. They're openly promoting them, attacking the free press as the enemy of the people, attacking the rule of law as an impediment, fomenting voter suppression and election subversion. Did you ever think we'd be having debates at your stage of your careers where banning books and burying history? Extremists in Congress more determined to shut down the government, to burn the place down, than to let the people's business be done. Our U.S. military, and this is not hyperbole, I've said it for the last 2 years,